Hi guys, how are you all? I hope you are all fine and welcome to channel again SDTMD. I hope you are enjoying the course. I think so. And let's start today's video types of SDLC second model spiral model. In previous video we already discussed about the waterfall model. Who are new to my channel, please go and watch the previous videos stages of SDLC and types of SDLC. Guys, you will get the flow and you will enjoy the course, I guarantee for it. So please and go watch the previous videos. You will understand the flow of the course and you will enjoy the course rather than feeling bored. Guys, whatever today I'm going to teach about the spiral model, please compare it with waterfall model. You easily understand it and you easily remember about spiral model and waterfall model. Whatever I'm going to teach you about the VNB model, prototype model, hybrid, direct and agile model, please compare it and study. You will easily understand, you will enjoy the study, okay? You enjoy the learning process. So let's start today's topic, spiral model. In this spiral model, first we have to discuss about the definition, what are the applications of it, why we go for it, and what are the testing procedure involved in the spiral model and how it works in real time. What are the disadvantages and advantages of the spiral model? Okay, let's start today's video. Spiral model, it is a step-by-step process to develop a software. It is a common definition given to each and every model. Okay, it's common. And applications of spiral model, we go for spiral model whenever customer gives us requirement in stages. He give his first requirement at one time, he give his second requirement on another, and next time, like that he will give an stage wise. Then we go for spiral model. First he give us first requirement, we develop it, we test it and we put it aside. Then he come again and give another requirement, we develop it, test it and put aside. Like that he will give us requirement stage wise. And whenever we find too much dependency in between the modules, then we go for spiral model. Some of you don't know about what is module. See, module is nothing but, okay, I will explain you in real time example. Whenever you open an WhatsApp, you will see the chat section is there, status section is there and call section is there. Okay, chat section is one module, status is one module, and call section is one module. It is the modules. If you understand, if you don't understand, I will give you another example. Email. When you open your email box, when are you going to compose a mail? That whatever you compose in whatever you write a mail in the compose section, that will be you saw in sent items. See, composing mail is one module, sent items is a one module. Okay, both are different modules. What dependency? Whenever you are going to compose a mail, that mail should be appeared in the sent items. That is a data flow. That is dependency. Okay, I think you understand. I hope you understand. Let's start. What is the testing procedure in spiral model? Testing procedure. See, in step 1, we have to start always testing the new model. First, I have to test the new model. Then, after testing that new model, we have to test the dependency between new and old module. In second step, in third step, we have to test the old model. See, I will tell you easy way. See, whenever we got first model, very new model, here develops, we have the requirements A, B, C, D. First, developer develops an A model. He gives us. We test it and we put it aside, and it become A, and A model become old model. He will develop another model B. He develop it. He gives us to test. We test it. Now B model becomes new model. A becomes old model. First, we have to test the B model, which is new model. Then we have to test the dependency between the B model and A model. Okay. After that, we have to test the old model. Okay, got it. First, he gives us first model, very new model, A model. We test it and put it aside. And again, he will given B model. Now A model become an old model and B model become a new model. We have to test that new model B, and we have to test again dependency between B and A model. Now I have to retest that old model A. It is a testing procedure. First, always we have to start testing the new model. Second step, After testing the new module, we have to test the dependency between new and old module. After that, we have to retest the old module. It is the testing procedure in spiral model. Now, how spiral model works in real time, I will explain in very easy manner. Okay, see, in requirement collection, customer gives requirement to business analyst. BA means business analyst. Now here we convert the CRS into SRS. CRS means customer requirement specification, which is in business language. This business language cannot be understood by the developers for programming part. To write a code for the module, they can't understand. So we have to convert into software language. SRS means software requirement collection. Now the SRS of module A will given to the for design. Here architect engineer will will develop a high level design for that SRS of a module. After ILLD will develop by the senior engineer for the SRS. After the developing of the high level design and low level design, high level design means HLD, low level design means LLD. This will given first coding part, which is done by the development engineers. They will write source code and again they will give that source code to us, a module. We will test that a module and we put it aside. This is on stage 1. What happens in stage 1? Customer will give requirement to business analyst. Here we convert that business language CRS, customer requirement specification, into SRS, software requirement specification. After that we give this SRS to the SRS for design. Here high level design and low level design will developed, and this HLD and LLD will given for coding part. Here developers, by seeing that HLD and LLD, they will write source codes for that module. After completion of the developing of a module, they will give us that a module for testing. We will test that a module and we will put aside. Now in stage 2. In stage 2 again customer will give a new requirement. Same thing we do here. We convert CRS into SRS. Customer requirement specification will convert it into software requirement specification, and that is given to design part. There again HLD and LLD of SRS will develop, and this HLD and LLD will given to the coding part. Here developers will write source codes for it. After developing of the B module, they will give us for testing. See, here we test first new model, which is B module. First we test new model B. After that we test the integration dependency between B and A. First we test the B module. After that we test the dependency between the B and A module. Then again we retest the old model. Got it? See, first already we developed a model here. After developing a model, he will give another requirement. That requirement specification will convert into the software requirement specification. Now we will give this SRS to design team. They will design HLD and LLD. HLD means high level design, LLD means low level design. Already we discussed what is HLD and LLD in first video. Please go and watch it, then you understand what is HLD and LLD. Now this HLD and LLD will be given for coding part. Here developers will write source codes for it, and they will give that model to testing team to test that. Here first we test the new model B. After that we test the integration dependency between the B module and A module. After that we test the old model. This all things happen in stage 2. In stage 1 what happens? Customers gives us first requirement. Then we convert that requirement specification into customer requirement specification into software requirement specification. After that we give it for design. There HLD and LLD will develop. After that by looking into HLD and LLD, developers will write source codes for that requirement, for that module. Then he gives us that model to us to test the software. This is stage 1. In second stage, already we developed and test that A model. Now customer gives an second requirement to us. Here we convert the requirement specification, customer's requirement specification into SRS in requirement collection. After developing of SRS, after converting of CRS into SRS, that SRS will given for design part. In design, HLD and LLD will develop of that new requirement. Then that HLD and LLD will given to developers for developing the software. They will looking into LLD and HLD of that B module, second module, and they will write the source codes for it. Okay. In testing part, here we first test the new module B. After that, we have to test the integration between the B module, which is new module, and old module. We have to test the integration between the B and new module. After that, we have to test the old model. Integration dependency means data flowing between the B and A module. Got it? And we have to come to about what are the advantages and disadvantages of spiral model. In advantages, spiral model is simple to adopt as usual as waterfall model. In waterfall model also is very simple to adopt. And the second point is that in spiral model, turnaround time taken to make profit is less. Means whatever the time to make profit is less. Means in less time we can earn more profit, but the customer will earn more profit in less time in spiral model. That is the big advantage of the spiral model. And here another big advantage of spiral model is here we can accept the changes of the from the customer. If customer want any changes in previous model, we can accept it, we can do for him. And what are the disadvantages of spiral model? Here developers are involved in testing. That is a big disadvantage. Here developer only test the software. It is a big disadvantage. And requirements are not tested, and these things will lead to rework and increase investment. So these two things are disadvantages in spiral model. Sorry guys. Okay, in advantages, first advantage is that it is easy to adopt as well as waterfall model. Yes, and in spiral model, customer will earn more profit in less time. And here we can accept the changes. Okay, if customer want any changes in his old requirement, we can accept it. And what are disadvantages? Here developers involved in testing. This big disadvantage, and requirements are not tested. And these two things will lead to the rework, and it will increase the investment. These are the advantages and disadvantages. We can accept changes in two forms: one major changes and minor changes. See, changes in spiral model. We accept changes like we accept changes. The changes are like this: minor changes and major changes. Minor changes nothing but spelling mistakes, font size, color. We can accept it, and also we can accept new model also. See, minor changes mean changes such as small changes like spelling changes, color changes. Whenever we are accepting minor changes, we can accept the new requirements also, because there are minor changes, we can accept it, and along with it we can accept new requirements also. In major changes such as huge changes in requirements given by the customer, see, whatever customer want changes now, the changes are huge or big changes means we didn't accept the new requirements, because it is not a spelling, which it is not a color to change it. It is something or that which is depend on the next model. For example, you can any big changes, you want to change requirements 50% of the previous module. It is a big change, it will affect another model, so we can't accept new requirements. Why we can't accept new requirements, major changes? Because if customer wants 50% of changes will done in previous model, then we can't accept new requirements. First you have to change that one, then we accept the new requirement. See, here is the minor changes. In minor changes, for what we do, first we test new model, then we test the dependency between new and old model. After that we fix the minor changes, fix the minor changes, then we test the old module. See, A model is developed, B and A model is developed here, then after that B, after that C, after that D. Here whatever minor changes he given that will be fixed after testing the dependency between new and old modules. Got it? In minor changes, if we given any minor changes, first we test the new module. After that we will test the dependency between new and old module. After that we fix the minor changes. After that we test the old module. This is about minor changes. See, it is major changes. Whenever customer gives us major changes to change in previous module, here we first test the major changes. First we have to fix the major changes. After that we test the integration dependency between new and old module. After that we test the module. See here what is different between the minor and the major changes. In minor changes, first we test the new module. After that dependency between new and old module. After that minor changes we fix. After that we test the old module. But here first we test the major changes. First we fix the major changes. After that integration between new and old module. After we test the old module. This is all about spiral model, guys. I hope you all understand today's video. If you have any doubt, please ask me in comment section, and definitely I will solve it. This is all about today's video. Thanks for watching today's video. Have a great day, guys. Tata, see you, and let's meet in next video. See you, guys. Have a great day.